Hello everyone, I'm Karis. Today I would like to share about the issue human resource management in public sector. Introduction. What is the human resource management? What is the issue of the human resource management in public sector, which is communication issue, conflict, difficult employee, and the poor relationship. What is the human resource management? Human resource management can be defined as employee people developing their resource, utilizing, maintaining, and compensating their services in turn with the job and organization requirements. They have four issues human resource management in public sector, which is communication issue, conflict, difficult employee, poor relationship. Okay, communication. Communication is the foundation of every great organization. Communication between the numerous department agency organization has long been a challenge within the public sector. Across to the general public sector, managing these severus mean that streamlining processing like sourcing, reporting, and budgeting. No substantive action even within the better of times. With the finance growing from the past and group split between the home and the workplace, while split reform could seem tough. However, out communication is that the initial and essential step toward a self-made digital transformation. Okay, next is conflict in workplace. Conflict of interest within the public sector square measure significantly measured as a result of, if not recognized and handled properly, there will injury the basic integrity of officer, decision, agency, and the governments. Integrity is employed within the public sector to sit down with the correct use of funds, resources, asset, and the power for the official function that they are meant to be used. Integrity is a corruption and abuse. Conflict of interest square measure easy and complex. In theory, simply outlined, within the public sector, conflict of interest arise when the public officer has interest during a personal capability that might unduly influence the performance of their official duty and responsibility. Difficult employees. They have four types of difficult workers and how to deal with them. First is snoozer. Snoozer show up about half an hour late on most day at work. Sometimes it may be fine, but when a pattern occurs, it is clear that the standard of professionalism is in the workplace is not ahead. And then next is grumpy employees. No one want to be around someone with a bad attitude, but in the workplace, this is often unavoidable. Of course, in interview and in the first few months of a job, people were strict to put their best foot forward. But after a while, the true colors start to show, and the shiny and bright new hires you use can turn into monster. Okay, next is worker who is always sick. They have passed the allotted 6 days, but this did not burden them. They do not always work with different diseases all the time. You want to understand, yet the work is not done. And the last is blagger worker. Blagger worker are common. They are at work but are not actually make it work. They attend meetings, send out occasional emails, but their productivity does not reflect the hours spent at work. This type of employee is also one of the cause of poor leadership development. Okay, next is poor relationship. HR management spend around 60% of their time managing conflict in the workplace. Bad relationships at work, such as bullying at work, annual leave disputes, and sexual harassment. Poor relationship with bosses lead to stress. Low job satisfaction and lack of commitment from the subordinates. Performance declines as a result. Relationship quality of additionally affect the well-being and psychology performance of manager. Manager additionally suffer after their square measure unable to develop or maintain a sensible relationship with the subordinates. Relationship quality relies on work and non-work factors. Work factors, like completely different text interpretation, will cause tension between the manager and the subordinated employee. But non-work factor, like the personal unhappiness between the manager and subordinate, also can be listed. Different manager-subordinate relationship will result in conflict inside a team. For instance, one they are perceived in group, and worker work health organization include a smart relationship with a manager, and outside group will feel regret. A full manager-subordination relationship have consequence on the far side the two people considered. Senior level manager could be referred to as into soft conflict. Another example, cluster work activity, they are totally attributable to issues between the manager and subordinates worker. The managers and the subordinate relationship changes over time. They are not static relationship, which may give hope. Generally, a full relationship is resolved through the honest discussion. Okay, next is conclusion. My conclusion is human resource management, when managed correctly, is a vital part of an organization and its success. HR must be a strategic business partner in order to survive in this century. Basic knowledge of the HR function is needed by all management, and in spite of the problems, HR management are able to overcome all these problems with the support of management and employee. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Bye.